Alright, I'm making a quick video on how to put the new and improved heatsink top on an M10.5. Comes with a heatsink pad. Some of these already have a heatsink pad pushing up onto the plastic right here. Try not to set this on the carpet. It'll pick up dog hair, human hair, fun stuff on the carpet. So keep that clean. There's some quick instructions on here. Yeah, this is just protectant. Pull that off now. You'll need a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Be very careful with these screws. They are pretty soft metal and they may strip. So push down quite hard when taking them off. Alright, so the top is now off. The lift button is the purple one going down here. If it'll jiggle and pull it off, you may have to grab a pair of cutters and just cut carefully and score the silicone. I personally like to use a little blade. Here, all you're doing is scoring the silicone that they add. Boom. Now that's off. The thing you're going to need from here is the handle. The new one does not come with a handle, and the handle is glued down with Pagode's special silicone called Kafuter. As you see, this one already has a thermal pad. Let's check the thickness and see if there's any difference. They are identical right here. So you can reuse the old pad or put on the new one, doesn't matter. Set those both aside, don't let them get dirty. Next, we're going to take what looks like a 3mm Allen wrench and remove the handle. Raymond, you got a 3mm Allen key? Drill drive, thank you, sir. Set the screws aside, and the handle is going to feel like it won't come out, and that's because it's silicone here, so push and pull simultaneously. And then it actually created a shape of the CNC cut right here. So this is not a rubber molding, this is actually just dried silicone. Cool, we have our handle. Now we can transfer the handle to the new top plate with the built-in aluminum heatsink. Drop that through. And let's get some silicone on this. Oops, let the cap off. Fantastic. So just put some on the wire. Copious amount is fine. Just needs to seal once. This is why the A2 is so water resistant. They took great care to make sure every mating surface is safe from water ingress. Believe it or not, you're actually going to want to apply silicone to these as well. It's okay to goop it on. It's not going to be seen from the other side through this opaque tinted acrylic. This also will keep water ingress. Try not to use a power drill when screwing this down. We don't want to crack the acrylic. Power screwdrivers are great for taking off. I don't even suggest using them when putting on. These Phillips screws are a little susceptible to stripping. Okay. Finger tight is fine, fine, and fine. You cannot see the extra glue through the bottom, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to take the brand new thermal pad and drop it directly on the MOSFETs. That way you don't have to worry about it lining up later. One thing should have said in the beginning of the video, take a clean rag or something. You don't want to be dropping a screwdriver bit down here. If I right now dropped it over the MOSFETs, caps, some of the small SMD components, you'd fry it. So beforehand, throw a nice clean rag over this. We are ready to install the lift switch. One thing also to note, you should have it in lift travel mode before working on it. That way if you accidentally hit the power button, the wheel doesn't spin and confuse the rest of the household while you're screaming when it's digging a hole for your workstand. Add a little bit of silicone back to that connector so it doesn't vibrate loose. Verify this gasket is lined up. And you can see the screw holes through each of them. Requires a little bit of finessing. I have to pull it before setting it down. They just need to line up, that's all that matters. Trying to keep, you don't want to push new holes in the gasket. So whatever you got to do to bring it on over. My least favorite part of this is lining up the gasket holes. And pulling this little boat gasket out manually with anything I got. Cool, now it's lined up. And drop a temporary screw in there. Really important to get these screws lined up so you don't have a gasket that appears to be water resistant when in fact it is not. Alright, lined up that gasket hole. It's these center ones that buckle in that are the hardest. Looks good. not tightening these screws down with the power drill all the way. You do not want to strip them. Last will be done by feel of the screwdriver in my palm. So if you push on your palm, you'll preload the gasket and you won't have to rely on the tension of the screwdriver on the screw to pull it down. So this is pre-tensioning. These should be tight, but not choking the chicken tight. Great. And last, you're going to still these magnet receivers. These essentially are just pieces of steel. I'm sorry, these are neodymium magnets with countersunk holes that touch the steel up here. So these are through holes, so you can drop a little bit of silicone or some type of sealant. Where did my sealant go? Here it is. Drop a little bit of sealant, that way I can guarantee nothing makes it through. Use hand tools. These only have about 1 millimeter of plastic thread, so do not over tighten them. Plenty. Plenty. Right. All right, so I did put this in travel mode before. But just to make sure, you should always turn on with it tilted so it does not arm. It's in travel mode, great. Travel mode release. Power cycle. Here we go. That's it. So tool list. Phillips screwdriver, number 1 or number 2. Make sure the bit can fit in the hole. 3mm Allen wrench to get access to the 4 screws on the bottom of here. Some Kafooter or black RTV silicone from an auto parts store. A nice cloth to wipe your hands during work. And a little bit of time. This took approximately 15-16 minutes. 20 minutes total from removing it for the box. Kevin with Alienroids.